they never give up. They never give up fighting for what is right. They never give up fighting to keep families safe, protect our kids, and they have built this great country. Lee Saunders leads the 1.8 million members of AFSCME and is on the front lines of building a stronger middle class. He and AFSCME deserve not only our thanks, they deserve our respect for everything they have done for Montana and the nation's working families. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Lee Saunders.
Good evening. Good evening, Montana Democrats. Are you in this house? I didn't hear you. Are you in the house? All right. Have a little fun tonight. Wasn't Senator Balkis great? Give him a round of applause for what he does every single day. Every single day. I want to bring you greetings. Bring you greetings from AFSCME, the men and women who work in the state of Montana, work for the state, the counties, the cities, and the school districts, right here. And I want to bring you greetings from the 1.6 million members. Now Nancy said 1.8. I don't know what happened. Maybe we picked up a couple 100,000 since I've been here in Montana. But the 1.6 million members of AFSCME across this country. And it truly is a privilege to be here. Now let me say this, and I don't think that I'm wrong. You can correct me if I am. But I think that this is the first time that a representative of labor has spoken at this dinner. Is that correct? Is that correct? Now, I would submit to you, with all due respect, that should never happen again. Because we stand with you every single day. We put boots on the ground. We provide resources. We elect our friends. Labor is in this house. Labor is in this house. Labor is in this house. So, you know, I'm not only speaking on behalf of my great union, but I'm speaking on behalf of every public sector worker who's represented by a union here in Montana, every private sector worker, every craft member in this great state. These are Montana's everyday heroes, sisters and brothers, and they deserve a round of applause for the work that they do every single day. Now, I also want to do something else. This is a little commercial, okay? You're going to have to just bear with me. You see this button that I'm wearing? It says 5 and 5. Now, let me say this and let me explain it. We represent state workers, labor unions, AFSCME, and other unions represent state workers in Montana. Those individuals who are providing essential public services, playing by the rules every single day, a part of your communities, and they're trying to make ends meet. They have not had a wage increase in the past 4 years. They have sacrificed for you. They have sacrificed for this state. The legislature now is considering an increase that was negotiated last year of 5 and 5. Get it done. They deserve that increase. Get it done. Now, some of you know that AFSCME is a union of public service workers. We were founded in the Great Depression, founded in the great state of Wisconsin. But we also have a history here in Montana with Council 9, which was founded in 1941. And our affiliate here in Montana has been going strong ever since. And I want to thank the work of our Council 9 leadership, especially the support and the dedication and the commitment of Tim Twardowski, who is our executive director of Council 9. Now, as I said earlier, Wisconsin is a state where AFSCME was born in the early 1930s. It was a creation of state workers who believed that they should have a voice, on the job. But in 2011, Wisconsin was a state where a governor named Scott Walker tried to deliver a knockout blow. You can boo him. He stole our voices, took collective bargaining away from us. But as we have said before, and we are saying again, we are not out in Wisconsin. We are fighting like hell every single day. We are taking Scott Walker out in 2014. We aren't going anywhere. And I know that you all believe in this fight, and I want to thank you. In fact, when Scott Walker came to Kalispell last October, stumping for Rick Hill, union members and our allies lined the streets to deliver one message. And that message was, not here, not in Montana, go back home where you belong. Now thankfully we don't have to contend with an anti-worker governor here. Because we've got Scott Bullock. We've got Steve Bullock. Give him a round of applause, Steve Bullock. 2012 was a great year. It was a great year for Montana Democrats because Labor worked hand in hand. We worked hand in hand with all of you. Together we defended statewide incumbents and made gains in the State House. We helped return our good friend John Tester to the U.S. Senate, where he serves along with Max Baucus. Let me just say this, that I have the privilege and the pleasure of working with Max every single day, and John. Max has stood tall for the Affordable Health Care Act and for the American Jobs Act to fix crumbling schools and roads and bridges. He's voted against the GOP's most harmful budget cuts. And in 2005, I will never forget this, he led the way. He led the way in the fight against privatizing Social Security. Working families will always be indebted to Max Baucus. Give him a round of applause for the work he's done. But let me tell you something. We had our victories in 2012. But our work is not over. It never will be over. I tell the members of AFSCME that we've got to stay in a campaign mode. That we've got to work 24/7 because we have so many challenges and so many issues that confront working families all over this country, whether in Washington, D.C. or across this country, state by state by state. We're faced with governors who are stealing our voices, who are trying to pass right-to-work laws across this country, taking collective bargaining away from us. And this is a time for all of us to stand tall. And I am so proud that my union works so closely with the Democrats, the leaders here in the great state of Montana. And that's why state legislative elections are so crucial, because all of us must work so closely together. And I want to just give a plug to a very special resource that you have here in Montana that we don't have in other states. And that's the Montana Democratic Legislative Campaign Committee. It's a year-round program to elect more Democrats to the legislature. It's a great program. It actually helped to pick up 7 seats last year in the state. And I pledge to you as president of AFSCME that we will always stand with you, and I urge everyone in this audience to stand with them also. We've got to be a part. We've got to be a part of a change in this country. We've got to make our voices heard. We can no longer be silent. This is a fight. This is a fight for our very soul and what this country is all about. This is not a country that should be rushing to the bottom, taking away pensions and cutting wages, taking away health insurance benefits. You know, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. My folks always taught me that you fight and you join in coalition to fight for what you believe in. And they also told me that if you're in a hole, you don't get a shovel and you don't dig any deeper. What you do is you get the appropriate tools and you build a ladder. And you build a ladder for yourself so you can climb out of that hole. But they also taught me this: you never leave that hole without reaching back behind you and grabbing a hand and pulling that hand up and moving that hand and taking them out of that hole. That's who we are. That's what this country is all about. That is America. That is Montana. That's what we stand for in the Democratic Party here in this great state. About the future of our country. Let me tell you, I am so happy and so proud that Labor, all of Labor, has something to do with the election of your governor. You know, we stayed on the phones. We had boots on the ground. We knocked on doors and we got out the vote for Steve because he needed our support. He's a great friend. And that's what we do for our friends. We support them 110%. So it's my honor. It really is my honor. And I was with them last night. We had a good time. Sat and told some old war stories and talked about what we must do in this great state and across this country. But it's my honor to introduce the governor, a man who will fight by our side to build a bright future for Big Sky country. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a leader we can count on, who stands up for workers, who stands up for working families in this great state of